glitch. Are you serious?
Did you hear a bunch of noise?
All right, yep, we're up.
I can't log into your Twitch. I mean, we could still watch it for it. It's fine.
Okay.
I'm just saying. It's not letting me log in.
Wow.
We should be good.
Are you... Is that on Chrome?
Yes.
Why are they acting like that?
I think everything got logged out.
Some shit.
All right.
That's some shit. Ted, you're the best. Look at your 7-month streak. Dang. Thanks, buddy. Keep an eye out. We're doing a 3-way episode. Episode extravaganza with That Checks Out with Ted and Damon, and also 3 Feet Deep with Rachel and Andy, which me and Tim just did an episode of. What was that, their 100th episode?
Yeah, they bagged a hundo.
Yep, 100th episode, and it was their birthday weekend. I am so excited. Ooh, let's do words. Because you know we got a drink today.
Yeah, we definitely got a drink today.
I'm really excited for the what we got going on. Is this really you, or did I give my money to an Instagram hacker? I have not had my Instagram hacked.
I'm not active enough on Instagram, I think.
I hope that when someone does hack my shit, they spell my name wrong. You know,
they've been getting it right though. They've been mirroring.
Yeah, they just mirror and then.
What does it say? Like team so and so.
They throw no. They just add underscores.
Yeah.
Wow.
Add or remove underscores.
That's fucked up. Okay. Let's do some words, because I'm excited for our drink choice today.
This is going to be a very visual episode.
Which is cool.
Which is cool. This is for you viewers.
Yeah, this is going to be a fun episode. I came in a good mood, but I definitely have a wine smoke because I went to the city yesterday afternoon to go see the Banksy exhibit, which was really good.
Yeah.
The exhibit was really cool. However, there's 2 reasons why I smoke. One, the traffic was the shittiest traffic I've ever seen in Chicago ever in my life.
Yesterday, Saturday.
So there was an air show. There was a Black Lady Expo.
Okay.
There was the Lyrical Lemonade festival.
Oh, there was a lot going on.
There was the Bears game. There was a Home Sox game.
There's a lot of shit going on, is what you're saying.
And obviously the Banksy exhibit, and plus all of that shit, besides like the Sox, like all of that shit is in the same vicinity.
Great.
Like literally.
So traffic was a bitch.
Yeah.
I get that.
Like, and there was a bitch coming home. I was like,
when did you leave? When did you head home?
I left at 4:30. 4:40. I should not be stuck in traffic going
home out of the city,
outbound of the city. I was like,
everybody came into the city yesterday.
Like, it's just absolutely nuts. The other thing is, at the Banksy exhibit, so I like museums. Been to a lot of different museums. It's one of my favorite dates. Is a museum.
Oh, is that what you did?
It wasn't a date.
Oh, okay.
It was
excited.
Yeah. But one thing is that struck me while I was going through the exhibit is like, this exhibit is the antithesis of what he would actually prefer.
Yeah.
So they kind of make a note of that at the beginning, like, yo, just so you know, this is a private collection of commissioned art from people that was like, hey, I want you to make me a piece, and they donated it so you can see his artwork for different styles, different things. He did like album covers and stuff like that. I'm
sorry to interrupt, but I was gonna say that the last time a Banksy piece went for auction,
it destroyed
itself the second it was sold.
Yeah.
So when you say Banksy exhibit, yeah, to me at first I'm like, wait a minute, is that? But that makes
Did
a lot
he
more
want
sense.
this? Yeah.
That makes a lot more sense.
And but first off, the satire and self-awareness, like I was telling someone else, Tim, like is amazing in his art, you know. But on the flip side, I don't think a lot of the people that were there understood it. Like, and so like, or maybe they just weren't digested it differently. But there was this one chick that was driving me absolutely fucking insane, fam, because she literally took a picture of every single piece of art
Oh no.
and every single description or whatever of it, but didn't look at the art.
Oh,
What was you doing it for?
The gram.
Yeah, but
She was doing it for the gram. Like, I was like, yeah, it was just really interesting.
those are words. I'm gonna need you to pass. Those
He
down.
literally has a piece in the thing, in the exhibit. There's a piece in the exhibit that was mocking exactly what was happening.
That's hilarious. It's like that exact lady taking pictures. Wow.
a picture of her taking a picture
Picture.
of the exhibit is
Right.
going to be like his next.
I can see a bit.
Yeah, I used this.
Oh, okay. Well,
I have to tell you guys something. I'm starting to have doubts about who called the city on this.
Uh-oh.
Don't get me wrong, I still think it's Nancy, but another suspect has arisen, and I am confused. This woman just happens to look just like Nancy as well. Around the same age. So my brother and my dad came over to start working on the soffit and fascia that we have to work on because the city said so. And this lady who lives behind us walked up into the backyard, and started working on her fence in the backyard. And nicer than could be to our faces.
Sure.
Very nice.
when they really super nice to your face,
Part
they
of me
grab
was
your
like,
arms.
is she coming over to actually work on her fence, or is she coming over
To
to
just
see
watch.
what we were doing?
Right.
Because then she gave me all this unsolicited advice about what to do with some of the stuff in my backyard. You know, if you put this up at the street and you bundle it, they'll take it. And I'm like, uh-huh. So she walks back into her yard, where my brother, who owns this house, was like, that lady's a fucking bitch. And I'm like, why? He said when we lived here, she came over and painted her fence. And he goes, and then we put a swing set up. And the kids were out there playing one day. And she came into the yard and was like, your kids are way too close to my fence. And Craig's like, this is my backyard. And these are my children. They're
Yeah.
small children.
Yeah.
Like, you want me to say, don't go near that. Stop it now. Like, so
Fam, if you don't
now-
want to deal with neighbors, then buy you a place where there are no neighbors. I don't understand why people be doing the most. You cannot
Right.
control what's going on in my house.
Right. Kara says she's dropping in to say hi, which makes me believe that she won't be here long. So I feel like we should smoke out of this new bong that I happened to get from Kara's shop.
Yes, we should.
We're smoking a new weed. That means, Tim, you have to smoke the new weed too. What do we got this week? I brought us some Grape Stomper. Yep. Very exciting. Oh, she's on vacation. Well, thanks for dropping in
yeah.
to say hi.
Where you at? Let us know where you on vacay at.
I'll be on vacation next weekend
Yeah?
with the beautiful Adele.
Where are you going?
We're going to one of her friends has a cabin up in Wisconsin.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, that's romantic.
Yeah.
That's super.
Oh, look at Amy get to add more to her joke and shit.
I picked up this wonderful Dr. Stoner's bong from charismaticliving.com. I had to. I was like, we need a Happy Corner bong.
We do.
And that shit is sturdy.
Yeah.
That ain't
And I
going
like that
nowhere.
She's in the AT.
Let me know what you, Atlanta, nice. Let me know what you think of this weed. Tim, did you hit that? What do you think?
We already smoked it, yeah.
Oh,
I liked it.
I already smoked it.
It
Yeah.
was like 20 minutes ago. What are you doing?
What are you doing? What am I doing?
You want me to sit here and get prepped for the podcast and just not smoke weed?
Yeah, dude. I would have gave you the pen.
That's tasty as fuck.
It's very tasty.
I liked it.
It's very tasty.
Yum yum. That's some
This
yum
is
yum.
by Rhythm. I'm sure you could pick it up at most dispensaries. It's probably there.
But yeah, that's the reason why I smoked this week. That really blew me. I was like, you are like that shorty at the exhibit blew me. But yeah, I was like, fam, just like you gonna actually partake in that art or
Right.
like you just
I have a
they actually say that you should actually like when you're because I like what my homie Kara did and Eddie. They both just took like pictures of like the pieces that really stuck out to them.
mm-hmm.
They took a few
Also,
pictures.
it's just like just that's one of those instances that you should probably live in the moment.
yeah, they
you
actually
wanna
say you
take-
remember more when you live in the moment than when you're trying to record.
I
or
don't
take
really go
pictures.
back and look at pictures or videos that I've taken. I'm like, oh, I want to remember this. Not really. I don't go back and remember it.
Yeah, I every picture of the moon and fireworks is it's
This-
like I was there.
Like you're like,
Beautiful.
I feel the exact same I did
Mhm.
when I took this picture.
I didn't even go outside for the 4th of July weekend because I saw enough videos of fireworks. that I'm like,
Oh yeah,
I'm
you
good.
didn't even need it. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, I don't need to experience this.
I was on my phone like, ooh,
Yeah.
oh,
Oh, that one was neat. Oh, this is a big one.
yeah.
Cover your ears.
But overall, I'm in a good mood. I'm in a good mood.
I am too.
Yeah.
I am too. I had my patience tested a lot this week. I worked this weekend, and my patience tested a lot. But I feel like we can get into that later when we're talking roses and dicks and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, how long we been pre-gaming? Only like 12 minutes.
Yeah, this is good though.
We could do it, right? We
Yeah.
can get started. I'm just really excited about today's episode. So I want to get it started.
Yeah, let's do this.
All right, let's get this party started in 5, 4.
Nice.
It's time to laugh, 'cause boredom is just torture. KB and Amy have just what the doctor ordered.
We do.
Pull up
Yeah.
a chair, it's
We
the happy
lit.
corner.
What's up, everybody? I'm so fucking geeked about this episode. We are back to school this week on the Happy Corner motherfucking podcast. It's KB and
Amy.
of course we got Timmy back there, and then we got the lovely Adele is back.
Adele's back. We haven't seen you in so long. We also have Stankley
We
sitting
have
in
Stankley sitting in too.
on this episode. Mainly because this is our back to school episode, which we are excited about. I'm sure the kids are not as excited to go back to school, or maybe they are because they did, hybrid learning or whatever. But we were like talking so much school stuff this morning, and I like Texas schools versus Illinois schools. Like shit was just way, way, way different. So I was like, hey, you should probably like stand by for this episode because we might have some questions,
Yeah. Yeah.
So back to school. Most of the kids are back to school
Yeah. We're getting,
in person.
yeah.
And I feel like across the board, Illinois is mostly masked up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm fine
Not-
with it.
According to some yard signs that I've seen lately, we definitely don't want to be okay.
Our freedoms.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
but it's an exciting time. I got to talk with some young people. They're really
Yeah.
excited to go back. I talked
Yeah.
to a girl that's going to be a senior this year.
mhm.
She's like, I missed my whole junior year.
Oh yeah.
You know, and that's a big year for AP stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And number one, the USPS lost some AP tests.
Oh no.
It doesn't matter. This was the worst scoring year of AP exams ever.
Did
in
they have
history.
to do that shit at home?
So I don't know how they did it, but I'm gonna say this. Keeping it real, AP's a scam.
Go on.
It's a big scam. Like, like some kids do get college credit for it and shit like that. But you have to pay to take that test for you to do more work throughout the school year. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, so yeah, AP, like the whole thing is like, you know, you get the weighted grade, all that type of shit. But at the end of the day, a lot of it is just a way for a certain business to make money. Yeah, way to go, Kaplan. So yeah, all of those standardized tests and all that is, speaking as a former teacher who has been through it and all that, like, it's bullshit. Like, it's a way for them to make money.
Yeah, that's fucking bullshit. Sorry, I just got called out in the chat because I took that big ass hit. I hit that bong and was like, oh, I didn't mean for it to be so loud or so
No,
large.
I'm gonna hit that again because that was fun.
It's really
But no, so like all of that is, hey kids, just do what you love. If whatever your interest is, try to find some classes towards that, and if they don't got that, then
barely any of it matters.
yeah,
Barely any of it matters.
yeah.
I don't know if they're still like big on telling the kids in school, like, no, you'll need this.
Nah, I kept it real with kids. That's
I'm
probably the
glad
reason
you
why
did.
I'm no longer a teacher. Like,
I'm glad you did, but I know, like, I was told throughout all of school in every class, you're going to need this. I haven't needed any of it. And especially like the technology at your fingertips these days.
Part of it is what I had one department chair who was cool as fuck. Shout out to Diane Tancredi. She's really cool. And one of the things that I really appreciated was that she would say stuff like, we are not trying to make lit scholars. We are trying to make literate people, meaning we need them to be able to communicate effectively and know how to read at a certain fucking level.
Right.
Like, that is
To be a functioning member of society.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, or, you know, and you could get into the minutia of your, you know.
Yeah.
But at the core, we need to hit that. Like, so, yeah, I think that there's like with education, here's the thing. A lot of teachers really do want to teach the real shit. Like a lot of them don't necessarily want to be stuck in the bullshit. But what happens is when curriculum is created and all that type of shit, it often is, you have to get it approved. You know what I'm saying? Then you have to meet certain mandates. A lot of times, all of those mandates don't come from teachers. It, like, what's fucked up is like lobby groups, like the ones that make money off of education, and there's a shit ton of them, will push to create mandates, certain type of mandates, so then their companies can create books and curricula that we have to teach. And then they're like, all right, well, find out the things that fit within that you want to teach.
God.
And then we have to read it and then say, this is how this applies to this mandate. And then the board says yeah or nay if it is approved. Here's the thing. A lot of times the board are not always the most scholarly people. So what ends up happening is they'll either nick something because they don't know what it is or it's deemed controversial, but they've never read it, or they'll approve shit that they honestly they haven't read either, but they're like, fuck it. Like, we were reading 100 Years of Solitude with seniors, and if you've read that book, it's like there's a lot of fucking.
Oh.
There's a lot of fucking. There's a magical penis.
So the people who approved this didn't look this over at all.
At all.
Yeah, clearly.
Because the book is like this. It's long.
Yeah.
So they was probably like, fuck that. Like,
we read the first page and the last page.
Well, because the author had a big book, which was blah, 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 and cholera. Love time. I can't remember. Gabriel Garcia Marquez is the author. So, like, he had
Love in the Time of Cholera?
Love in the Time of Cholera. Thank you. Had a big book. It became a movie. It was on Oprah's, like, must-read thing. And so that's the reason why, like, they just saw the author and were like, yeah.
Oh, yeah, sure. For sure. Yeah, do it.
Like, You're not
Oops.
reading this shit.
Oopsies.
So, yeah, or like you get stuck teaching the same shit. Like I told one student this week, former student, they're grown now. They had posted a clip of the Romeo and Juliet with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Oh, this is one thing I liked about school." I was like, "Yeah, I hated that shit." And she was like, "Are you serious?" She was like, I was like, "Yeah, I taught it 5 times a day."
Oh yeah. Sick of it.
I was like, "Dude, I fucking hate Shakespeare. I don't even know why we teach it. Like why are we teaching Shakespeare?
I don't know.
Like,
Just because it's he's prominent in history and literature.
why is he prominent though? Because you
Because-
keep forcing
because
us
they-
to
yeah,
teach
because-
this shit.
right,
Like
exactly.
we have to keep teaching this shit. Was there like anything? What was the class that you was like, "Oh, I'm showing up for that class"?
Greek mythology.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that teacher that I had was a really cool teacher. Tim also had her. She loved Tim. She was my first teacher that didn't go, "Oh, you're a Blazekevich," or like, "Oh, your brother's an ass." Like, one of your brothers is an ass. She genuinely liked Tim a lot, so she was excited to have me in her
Yeah.
class. And it was Greek mythology, and I fucking loved it. Is that what you had her for?
Yeah, it was Miss
Morgan?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And then she had a picture of her and her husband on her desk, and I'm like, oh, you guys are like fucking festival going.
Oh yeah, she
Cosmo.
was like she was a cool cat in that school, and she probably, looking back, was one of her, like, she was on her own in that school for sure.
Yeah, I love in rural schools. There's that one
There's
teacher.
that
You're
one.
like, you do not fit in with the rest of
Nope.
them,
They are not inviting you out
Yeah.
after school. But she
and you're
also,
okay with that.
and she's fine with that. And she also ran like we had like a magazine that would come out at the end of the year called Kaleidoscope, and it was a collection of all the students' work, like art, poetry, stories, all that. And she ran that. So I mean, I signed up for everything she ran. She was such a good teacher. But yeah, I don't know if it was the actual class or because it's probably a little bit of both.
I had kids showing up to our Prism, which was like a gay straight alliance,
Mm-hmm.
and shout out, it's still going.
Oh,
I was
nice.
able to start it at Mattia, and it's still going, so that makes me happy. And the what's funny is I had kids that was like, yeah, I'm like, you know what this club is, right? And they're like, yeah.
Yep.
I'm like, all right, cool. Like, they're like, yeah. They're like, oh, yeah. We
Come
heard
on
you.
in.
Yeah. And then, like, I had started an open mic
Mm-hmm.
at the school, which was fun, where kids just got to come up and perform. Because
Oh,
it was
yeah.
like,
She did too. That teacher ran that too.
And so, like, what was fucked up, the reason why I did it is because I felt like when you get into schools and you're not a part of, like, a program, like, if you're not one of the, what is the flashy singer and dancer groups? What is that called? Swing choir?
There's like
Show
swing
choir?
choir. There's the madrigals.
Yeah,
there's
madrigals, show choir.
show choir. Yeah.
Them motherfuckers get all of that kind of leverage and privilege of performing opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, there'd be kids who was like, I don't do none of that shit, but I'd see them playing the guitar in the hallway. You know what I'm saying? And I'm
Right.
like, they don't really get an opportunity to really, you know, get
to do that.
Get to do that.
out. Yeah.
So, yeah, we had kids singing and doing poetry
shit.
and, like, kids who were, like, in art classes. And I was like, you guys want to put up some of your art in the background? So
Hell
we
yeah.
had that. I went and bought coffee for them and orange juice and bullshit. But it was
Your
like,
high school, each class do like a mural, or no?
when I went to Wabanzi, we got to choose our mural of like what we wanted, because Wabanzi had tattoos everywhere. We called them tattoos, like, you know, and they were dope pieces. You know, I don't know if they were historically or like honestly correct, because it was all
Right.
like warriors. Like, it was like,
Yeah.
I'm like,
we're
I don't even.
We're the Manuka Indians, so you could imagine what some of our murals were.
Yeah, and so like, this one teacher was like, these aren't even the right type of, okay. those are not the right type of indigenous people. Like
Right.
that's
Right.
that's
I wonder if our
Navajo that you
murals are-
painted.
Ours were every class got
Iroquois
to do,
lived here. We
every class got to do a mural, and
I heard they were all painted over.
I'm sure they are
like,
because
just
there
a couple
are
years
dicks
after you left.
everywhere. They found every fucking way to put a dick in that mural. There's a really nice piece, like it's like a Native American man standing there, and then
Yeah.
like there's like all this rubble around him, and one of them was like, it was like this column that had collapsed, and like side of the column was just a giant dong. There was one, this was like
That's great
probably
business.
closer to my like senior year. One of the classes put it was like a guy in a car driving, so all you could see was like the rear view mirror. There's police behind him. The clock says 4:19. There's like a little baggie in the fucking glove, but I'm like, you guys didn't even try to hide
Yeah.
this one.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck
I'm
are you
I'm
doing?
really curious if I could find any of these murals now.
Oh, if
Yeah.
we had a yearbook, maybe, but I never got yearbooks. Speaking, okay, let's get
Yeah,
into
alright.
this.
Wait, let me tell. This will lead actually into that one discussion that we were talking
Okay.
about. One of the dudes when I was in high school that did the murals at Wabanzi. So he had did one mural. They gave him an award, and we had a b-boy group at the school, like breakdancing group or whatever. So he was like, "Oh, that's cool" or whatever. And he started breakdancing. And kids, you know, when an adult does something cool, we're like,
Right.
"Oh!" And so the next year, there's like, "All right, we're gonna commission you to do another piece." Then, like, kids, everybody loves you. Great piece that you did.
Mm-hmm.
But what ended up happening is like the little girls that were hanging around the b-boys started hanging around him, and he started like kicking it with the kids inappropriately.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah. And so like he fucked up a piece, like it was garbage. Like he fucked up.
Mhm.
But then they found out like he was like smoking weed with the b-boy crew. He had like been like, I guess, talking to one of the girls from like, and they were like, "Dude, like you're done.
Yeah, you can't.
You can't." And then so in our chat, the Happy Corner chat, Sterling let us know that well, Sterling, why don't you?
First of all, I busted out Sterling's yearbooks today because I was like, I know I've seen pictures from these yearbooks. So I pulled out the second one and I was like, what the fuck is this? And he's like, that's the name of my yearbook. It's called the Confederate.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, what the fuck?
Good old Texas.
So then, of course, I flip over because that year you said was freshman year.
Yeah, that was freshman year.
And they had that was a separate school.
Yeah, our freshman class, like, I don't know if it's still that way in our school district, but
Yeah.
it was like 7th and 8th grade was middle school. Freshman was at its own school.
A freshman campus.
And then it was, the sophomore
Right.
through senior was at the main high school.
Yeah, we have that up here.
So,
If the district is big enough.
yeah, ours, mine and Tim's school that we graduated from split.
They do that now, but
Yeah, they
didn't
did not.
when we went there.
No. But so I found his picture and I was like, oh, there's a nice black gentleman next to you. I don't remember his name. But the first thing fucking Stankley tells me is, oh, yeah, he fucked one of the teachers. And I'm like, oh, you just said that so casually.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, yeah, a few of the kids did.
That teacher.
They all fucked the same teacher.
In order to graduate
Yeah, it
or
was for-
continue to play football.
It's for a required class, government.
The
and she
government.
The one that's about like order, rules, regulations, like, all right. But anywho, I like how she was like, no, give me a required class. I'm
Right.
getting what
I'm
a
fucking
predator.
some students
And
this
she was
year.
a tennis coach.
And a tennis coach.
Oh, she was a super predator.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Super fucked up.
Yeah.
He doesn't remember her name. I was like, what's her name? I
didn't
won't
like
say it on the podcast. Yes, I will.
Did she ever get busted, or did like
I don't-
parents know?
I don't know
or-
if she got openly busted. All I know is like a few years later she was gone.
Good.
You wanna, Timmy? You wanna pull up Stankley's photo from that yearbook?
Yeah, I'm getting the one with all 4 people in it
Okay.
because this is the. Yeah. My first thought when you're like, oh yeah, the teacher banged the gentleman on the left.
Did you think the bottom left?
The bottom left, because I thought the same.
I thought I cropped it. My bad. I thought I cropped it more than that.
Oh, here it is.
Here it is. So we're going to pull this up for the chat to see. So, listeners, I encourage you to go to our...
This is a very visual episode.
we got school photos. You knew this was
photos.
happening. You knew this was going to happen.
Okay, so there it is.
Now, Stankley is a freshman. Mind you, I hadn't seen... I think we were already probably married by the time I seen this photo. And I was like, who's that? And he's like, that's me. And I was like, that's the first time I've ever seen your chin.
Or really my cheeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when
You thought bottom left here.
KB said bottom left. I'm like, wait, no. I was like, because the gentleman to the left of Sterling is a black gentleman.
In Texas, yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, well, maybe she's just progressive.
No.
No, it's for football.
It's for football. Which makes sense.
Yeah,
You're
that.
like, that checks out. That sounds super Texas. That sounds super Texas.
That's what we do.
You gotta fuck the teacher if you want to play this Friday.
Dude, I'm not going to pass government. Could you, like, help me out with some notes so I could retake this test?
No, you could fuck the teacher.
Just fuck the teacher, dude. What are you talking about? Just...
I do wonder if it ever became like a thing where it was some of them just like didn't even try because they knew that.
So
was
they
the
could fuck
option.
the teacher?
No, just because they knew that was an option instead of actually just doing the school.
Oh, see? Yeah.
Fuck this teacher, which I think would be more work.
Ugh. That's... And that
You know what it is, because predators like that gonna hold it over your head. Like, no matter how well you do, it's gonna be
Right.
like, but you still not passing. Like, what the fuck,
Sorry.
man? Now
All
you
about that
beholden to
school
it.
Like, how many people did she fail? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just
All the
to...
people that didn't play football that sucked at it.
Jesus Christ. Teacher probably got pregnant. I hope not.
I think she
hope
was
not.
a little too old for that.
He said she
was
had
not-
bird hair.
She was not young. She had bird hair. Yeah, you know how like it sticks out in the back like feathers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was that type of hair.
I was like, so was she good looking? He's like, no, she wasn't.
No, she was just a fucking predator.
She was a whole ass predator.
She was like, I can't get no dick, so let me do it this way.
Yeah. Let me fucking...
But for
molest
real
these
talk,
children.
fam, like the amount of, man, y'all, if y'all got kids, yo, talk to your kids. No lie, because, man,
They're
some
out
of these
there.
motherfuckers, like, I saw a teacher that they got rid of his ass, because I was like, yeah, you gonna have to get rid of him, because the way he would look at like the girls in the hallway, I was like, you a perv, bro.
Ugh.
Like, you a straight up perv.
I hate that.
And I straight up said it at, like, we were sitting out drinking one time, and I was like, that motherfucker's a perv. And they're like, yeah, you can't say nothing like that. I'm like, okay.
I did.
I-
I can, and I will.
And he was gone.
Imagine
Yeah,
that.
Imagine that.
Hmm.
Imagine that shit. Because, like, here's what happened. A lot of times, these teachers really, if you take them out of the teacher setting, some of them really do be lames. There's some cool ass motherfuckers that are teachers,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's lames.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
So, like, the lames, and what I mean by lame is, like, they get an ego boost out of kids liking them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I didn't give a fuck if you liked me.
Yeah. Doesn't matter.
You know what I'm saying? But, like, they get an ego boost out of like, so, like, then,
Being wanted.
and so, yeah, and so then, like, a teacher hot is different from real world hot.
Oh, for sure. Are you
Like,
kidding? The teacher that I thought was hot in school, I look at him now and I'm like, ew, Amy. The fuck, you little hormonal fucking bitch. Like, that gross.
yeah,
Ew.
the teacher hot is not, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a different, like, the standards drop a little bit.
Right.
Because you're young and whatever. And so, like, you always have, like, these motherfuckers in there that it's like people with the dudes, people kind of like will look at them and be like, all right, you know. But there's a lot of women who go into profession
Just to be predatory.
just to be predatory, fam.
Panic Pun says his freshman year, they caught a librarian sleeping with study hall kids.
Wow.
Had a whole sting operation at the mall to catch her. Ugh. It's so weird. Yeah, I'm glad they caught her too.
Like,
Oh, there were a lot of teachers when I was in high school that ended up getting caught with some sort of sexual scandal. There was the other high school in my city. Their drumline instructor got caught fucking underage band students. One of the
how you.
private lesson teachers in for the school district, they didn't catch him doing anything technically illegal, but it was one of those things. He started dating a high school student
Yeah.
right after she turned 18 and graduated.
Yeah, see.
So,
Then one of our teachers
He
got
was just
caught
waiting.
in a
He
prostitution
red-shirted
scandal
her.
at a massage parlor.
Mm.
There's nothing to do with sex with students, but
Yeah, but still.
he was a dick, so
You're like,
Okay.
fuck him.
but now that shit's always weird to me because I'm like, how? What do you see?
I don't get it.
Like I don't get it because like that was my whole thing was like, what are you seeing?
Right.
Because like now we can get into the pictures because if you look at
Yeah.
ain't no way.
Before we do that, I made us our drink with, because I know KB said a word. Tim just didn't catch it. That's okay. So it was my turn to bring to bring a drink this time, and I got like a Baja Blast slushy thingy, and yeah, I made our drinks. Let's try this. It's gonna be interesting.
Definitely a visual episode. Because if you can't tell,
Okay, that's a definite no.
very very visual episode.
Hell no.
Oh God.
Faces were made.
No.
Dude, I put the
That made it the
smallest
worst.
amount of Malort in there too.
Fam.
Mm-mm. Oh no,
It was just a Malort popsicle. Like it was.
it did not do anything. Maybe next time I should pour the Malort first.
Who did a bit at Mojo's about people don't like the taste of Malort? Was that
Someone was like, yeah, cut the shit. You don't like the fucking taste of Malort. And people looked at me, but
No.
I'm like, no, I've never claimed to like the taste.
No, it's not even that. I don't mind the taste.
You want to drink some of this on top of it? It does
But-
help a little bit.
No, it's the cold that fucked
You didn't
it
like.
up.
I see. That's what I was. I thought that would be good. You know what I mean?
I got sensitive teeth.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I held that in my mouth for a long time.
Yeah. Like,
I'm
I
gonna have
should-
to clip?
I should pack some weed. Yeah, someone clip that, please.
All right, who wants their picture up first?
Who's going first?
all right.
We got-
Should we do
Stankley.
our listeners first?
I got school pictures on deck.
Let's do Stankley.
All right, let's
Because
do
My mom was so excited for this episode.
Stankley.
She was, because I was like, oh, you got any school pictures? Like, where are those? And she was like, oh, and she should just start pulling shit out.
Oh yeah, have it
And-
ready.
And she was super excited. And
Here's
so
Stankley.
and so we posted a picture. That's not the one I posted of him though. I
That's one
posted
of.
that's one
Oh
of
wait,
them.
hold on, let me fix it. It was this one.
It was that one.
When I sent these to the chat earlier, Tim said, "Sterling looks like he's in physical pain from not having a beard."
And yeah, and my mom saw the picture that's up on our Facebook. She was like, "Oh my God, so adorable." She thought Timmy is so adorable. Amy so adorable. Obviously, she thinks her kid is cute.
Right.
Stankley, she goes, "He looks like a school shooter."
We're just fucked up Which is fucked up. T says you look like you were bad.
Oh, look at this one, though. Look at
Look at
that
little
face.
Stankly. Little blonde Stankly.
Which one is it? I can't.
It's
see.
your yellow sweater one.
Oh, that's when I was a baby.
You're a baby.
Because I didn't read the rules when you were like school pictures. And
Yeah,
I just
so you
sent the
sent
5 pictures I have
of you as a child.
because I don't have any more.
So this is baby Stankly.
Man, the fits that they would put the kids in back in, like,
Oh, just wait.
like the fits, like man, back in the day, like my brother has a picture where he's like maybe like all of 3, but he has on like a 3-piece leisure suit with like a butterfly
The whole
collar and
thing.
shit. Like,
I'm saying. Tim, one of Tim's, I'm like, he's looking like Richard Dawson trying to host Family Feud right now. Like, he looks like he's about to go host a game show. Now, these pictures of Timmy here, my brother had sent to us. The one all the way on the right, which is probably obviously like Timmy at his youngest, is so fucking adorable.
yeah, that's adorbs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
But the drip on these ones on the left here, like I know it's hard to see probably on
I think
screen,
we might have a zoomed in one.
but that I'll never have that much drip
Never
in all
again.
my life.
No, you was stunned on hoes with that one.
Right.
You was stunned on hoes.
And then it's good that he threw in some baseball ones, so you know that I was
Athletic?
active at one point
Yeah.
in my life.
Tim was an athletic boy.
No, Tim is athletic. I played some sports with him.
Volleyball.
We played volleyball.
Volleyball hat.
Tim is very competitive.
Who?
Very, very. Who's next? Oh, shit. Here we go.
Yeah. Look at that bang.
I
The
don't
bang.
know what it was with my mom
Whoa.
trying to get me business casual at
Biz
school.
cash.
But, like,
Yeah, you look
I
like
look
you
like
running
a little business lady.
Yeah, you running a little business. Like,
When you got to
That's
take
what-
your school pictures at 2, but have an important meeting at 4.
yeah, you got
I
a
gotta
different
jump
pair
on
of
this
shoes.
call.
You got a different pair of shoes in your backpack. Like, you got the dress shoes and you got the walking shoes.
I'm in
shoes
school
and a
pictures
backpack.
like, all right, we're going to circle back to this, you guys, but I got a really important meeting I got to hit up right after this. And then I take my briefcase and I walk off. And my shoes did the little click, clack, click, clack. I remember it.
Yeah. One of her friends would
You
be like,
packed the best lunches
Can I ask you a
ever.
question? And Amy's like, let's walk and talk.
Yeah. Packed the best lunches ever, too.
I had one of those big coffee thermoses
Yeah.
filled with chocolate milk.
Yeah.
Filled. The one on the right's all right. She's all right. Amy
think-
was a blonde.
Yeah.
Your hair was a little more under control then.
Yeah, it was a
So
blonde.
should we do another Amy, or should we switch over to
Do another Amy.
Oh, God. Tim.
Overalls.
Overall, Amy. Overall, Amy.
overall?
My friends did my makeup
Yeah.
right before this photo. Put a
Overalls
little-
were the shit, fam.
those
like, I
overalls-
loved overalls.
If I had those, I'd still wear those to this day. Do you see like the clasps on the?
yeah.
They're like hooks. They're not like your regular. And then, you know, back in those days is when the carpenter pants are cool.
Yeah.
You had the little hammer pocket.
Yeah. So you had the
Uh,
carpenter overalls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Those were the shit.
That was my favorite fit. I remember. And this had to have been like 5th grade. Right before this, my mom took me to the salon. I did not manage my hair well as a young child. I hated getting my hair brushed. So my mom took me to the salon and had her chop all my hair off, and that was the result. It's that short do right there. I did not want that. It was not. And
Did you
that's
smile through it?
well, she said my mom, she makes you smile. I hated my smile, but she's like, nope, you better smile. So that's that.
Yo, dude, like some of the pictures, like,
Tim's dying to show the next one.
all right, go ahead and show the next one. Oh, this is so adorable. Go ahead.
My
take it.
hair is teased so high.
I said all this time Amy had all the Infinity Stones
Facts,
and didn't
fam.
even know it.
I love that fit though. Man, my mom, she had just not raised, but she was still raising 3 boys, and she finally got her little girl.
Yeah.
So she said there was ruffles on my diapers. She was like, I was the girliest little. She would
So
try.
was I. My mom
So-
put me in the girliest shit.
I
ever,
remember her
fam.
teasing my hair for this, and she's just like, "Nope, we got to get it high." And all the hairspray. Oh my god, I'll never forget it.
You're adorbs though. Adorable.
Little blonde kid.
Well, speaking of adorable,
Speaking of adorable,
I don't even know where to start on this one. I think we want to go this one.
Here, I got to this one.
oh, she's so fucking cute. I love that face. I feel like that's a face of somebody who's in the middle of a sentence.
Yeah, I talked a lot. I was a talker, and I liked talking to adults and shit. So like,
I love as soon as your family sees this photo, they all go, Tootie.
yeah.
Love it.
I was like, damn, y'all gonna put that on a public post. It's all good.
Those that listen to the Happy Corner already know.
Yeah, you know.
The whole fit. Look at that sweater. And your clips match.
All right, so Miss Anita is very, very neat, proper, prim. My mom could have been a fucking beautician.
Yeah.
Like, she was so good with hair and shit, and like, so like, and then like, she always dressed really cool, and she always kept us some really cool stuff. Like, she always stayed really trendy, you know what I'm saying? So like, that looked like some Rudy type shit right there. Like, from the Cosby Show. No, like, that looked like some, like, that looked like some shit that Rudy would wear. So I was like, that's a hard ass sweatshirt though.
I love it.
Yeah.
I wish we had it.
Yeah, like
We
legit.
wear
I'm
that
like,
today. Does
I
that say
would-
Beast on it or Blast?
blast.
It says
Blast.
Damn.
Love
We have
it.
little fireworks on it.
Yeah, that was but yeah, my mom was like really into like all of that. So for like my school picture days, it usually
Oh,
look at the
I love this one. I love the
look
sweatshirt
at
in
these
this one.
glasses, man.
This-
Dear God.
She's from France. I love the glasses. I feel like your glasses even match.
Yeah, so, and because I had such bad eyesight, dude, I used to hate this shit. Like, I would go to the eye doctor, and they're like, we're going to get you some really cool frames. And I'm like, dude, regardless, these bitches are thick as
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah. Frames don't matter. They could still see the lenses. What do you mean?
Like, what are you talking about, dude? Like, no. So, yeah, this is what happened was, I could tell you exactly what happened. I think this is, my mom always used to tell me to smile to show my teeth.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, fuck it. Because, like, and that was it.
Ahu. Jesus, man. I thought he was dying. What the fuck was... My mom was, that was, you showed your teeth to smile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was it.
You look like you're over it.
I
in
am.
This picture.
I am. I'm
You
definitely.
were telling me one time that you had school photos at the end of the school day one year, and I'm like,
I can't
no,
find it.
you cannot do that to those children.
Yeah.
They
I
cannot
can't
stay
find that
looking
photo.
that nice all fucking day. This one is precious.
Dude, and let me tell you something. My mom was so happy to have a girl that I stayed in pink and fucking purple until I was about like 11.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, enough. Like,
Yeah, I gotta
can't,
stop. Please stop.
I
Yeah.
can't do any more pink and purple shit. Like, I am over it.
Yep.
But I look like a smart ass in this picture.
Okay, so I'm just now noticing your hands in your lap and you are clenching your fingers like you're like, I'm about to snap.
Yeah.
She said, take the fucking picture.
Dude, pretty much, yeah.
Well, we had a couple comments
Hold up.
and fans bring
You
up.
need to pull up Adele's.
Yeah, this adorableness.
Adele is the cutest child, and she looks exactly the same. I'm like, if you, because I actually did not know Adele's last name until this picture, and and I was like, if you would have just sent me this without telling me who it was, I could have told you it was her. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, that's her exact same face.
Yeah, it's always interesting getting pictures of kids because some photographers are really good at it. They're like, hey, like there are some that are so good at it that like I remember my nephew, he was a fussy little dude, and the photographer got him to take pictures that looked like they belonged in a fucking magazine, like no lie.
Nice.
And his dad is a photographer. He's like, I don't even know how the fuck he was able to get him to do that. Like, I can't. And there are some photographers who look like they smoked a pack of squares before. They usually work for Herf Jones.
They're over it.
And
Right.
they're over this shit. This is all they fucking do. And they like sit there, turn this way. It's like prison. It's like it's like you doing a mugshot. They're just like, all right, get the fuck out of here. Like,
yep, bye. I think you should pull up someone who I know was in the chat earlier. Hopefully he's still here. Yep. We got this one sent to us, and this is precious. This is some motherly love right here to have your child's whole fucking school existence in one photo.
Wow.
You just know she was so happy when it was completed because there was like empty ass space.
yeah.
For the longest. Look at how you progressed here, Ted. Little baby Teds to grown ass man in the middle, Ted. I can't tell if it's just like the angle of the photo, but he looks like he's snarling at the camera, and I fucking love it. Just take the fucking picture.
I was hoping somebody would have some like really ridiculous like
glamour shots.
Senior. I never did senior photos.
I didn't either.
I did senior photos.
Our brother Craig did. I wish we had those, but Craig was also involved in a robbery. Like somebody pistol whipped him right before his senior photos. So his senior photo, he's got a big old he's got stitches in his eyelid and shit. But he still rocked it out. He still went to those senior photos with his silk blue shirt on and posed.
Yeah, I had senior photos. I posed with my guitar, all that shit. You think Miss Anita wasn't about to let me have some senior photos?
Senior year, I went to the bad kids school. So, and my mom was totally against me going to that because she's like, you're not a bad kid. You're fucking lazy. You spent so much time ditching.
Let's talk about it.
All right.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Then we'll come back to some more photos.
All right.
End. We'll get into some. But like, yeah, the going into more school like fun school shit. Like, did you go to prom?
I did. 1 year I did. Not my senior prom. Because by the time I got out of the high school and went to the bad kids school, I didn't want nothing to do with that school anymore. I'm like, I just want to I want to get the fuck out of here. So I'm not trying to spend $100 plus to go to prom and spend all this money for one night. So I went my senior year, or no, my junior year. I went with a nice trans lady. And back then, nobody knew what the fuck that was. So you could imagine we had a spectacular time in this conservative school.
Right.
We did not stay long. We did not stay long at all. And yeah, we dipped. But we got shafted out of our senior prom, the venue or the junior prom. The classes before us went to prom in the city.
Yeah.
They had these cool venues and set up all these, this dinner and this, that, and the other. And I guess we just didn't have the funding that year. So we were like, oh, we're going to throw you in this little banquet hall in Morris, Illinois. Have fun. And
Dude.
it was garbage.
Dude, my homie said they had their prom at Shed Aquarium.
See, that'd be fucking sweet. I would go to that. I would go to prom. That'd be great.
Yeah, that'd be kind of lit. No lie, that would be a lot. I didn't go to prom. I was like, fuck this. I went to some parties after prom.
Yeah.
I went to those, but I wasn't about to go to prom because I was like, why? Like, and
It's
then
so much money.
It's so much money, and then everybody at the party was like, "Yeah, prom was whack." Like, I'm
The
like,
after
yeah.
party was where it was at.
Yeah, I was like, fam, we knew that it's a school sponsored event.
Right. Right. The best part about the prom that I went to is that some of my favorite teachers were there. My speech teacher was also one of my favorites. I credit her for me doing comedy. But yeah, like she was there and she was fucking trashed.
Oh,
And I'm
at
like, she's
prom?
just trying to have a good time.
Yeah.
And I respect that.
Yeah.
I respect that. Tim, did you go to prom?
No.
Tim said, "Hell no."
You tried to go to homecoming. He tried to go to homecoming one year.
Freshman year.
And he got into a car accident on his way.
Never went to another dance ever again.
Yep, that was it.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, I don't even like being in school, so why am I gonna go to this school function?
Right.
Like,
You pay all this money. One year I went, I think it was a homecoming. I paid all the money to go, like, this, that, and the other. We walked in, we were there for like 10 minutes before I was like, I don't want to fucking be here.
and what's funny is in college, I did all that shit. I was so involved. I was
Maybe it was just the people that you didn't want to be with.
maybe it's because the people and the freedom.
Yeah, that too.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I think that was part of it for me. Was like, dude, like, but yeah, the people too, because I went to like games and shit, football games and all that shit.
Yeah, I
but
did that.
I didn't do that in high school.
I did football games and shit in high school. For being so like anti my school, I did still go to those events. But it was same with school. Like I went there to hang out with my friends. I didn't go there for anything else.
Yeah, and in a smaller town, the school is gonna be your social hub of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I look back and like the things that we used to do for entertainment. I'm just like, wow, the amount of times we went ghost hunting. There was nothing else, and it wasn't like any place that was haunted. It was just dark.
Yeah.
Like we're like,
Did you hear that?
"Ooh."
Like, you mean wind?
Well, we're driving, so I mean, yeah.
Did you hear that ghost train? You mean that train?
Oh, Tim, too real. That was a dig on both of us.
Yep.
We used to ghost hunt in my grandma's house, and we're like, oh, did you hear that ghost train? There's no way we could have heard that train outside that was going by in the basement with the poor windows in the basement. Well, nope, that was a ghost train. It didn't even sound like that train. It sounded like an old train.
Sounds completely different. It's faint.
Oh, we used to like there was like a spot. We used to go to like a certain cornfield to go drink. Like that's what we did. Or like my friends would come hang out at the gas station while I worked overnights.
Oh yeah.
That was entertainment.
Yeah. We had a cool crew that all of us had jobs, and like on like Friday or Saturday nights we would go over to one particular person's house because his parents didn't give a fuck,
Right.
and just like watch movies and smoke weed and shit.
Yeah. We
in
had
the
that.
basement.
We
Like,
had
but like that's
friend
that.
for
Like,
sure.
like we, like yeah. I was like a lot of my friends were, like responsible, but like low key did their shit. It was just that they kept it low key.
I had a few friends who had the cool mom who was like, I'd rather you drink here than go out and drink.
Yeah.
And so here we are, teenagers in her basement, fucking drinking and smoking and being irresponsible.
Yeah.
When in actuality, now that I'm older, I realize that those moms that were the cool moms were just alcoholics. That's all it was. They were just fine with it because they had a
was
new
drinking
drinking
and
buddy.
smoking, yeah.
I'm like, God, that's fucking problematic.
It's also problematic because you allow somebody else's kids to do something that their parents didn't approve.
Right.
Like, who are you to like sit up there and do that shit? But
No,
no,
I trusted my kid
you know
at
what?
your
Fuck
house.
it. I'm in a good mood. Thank you to all the parents who was just like, yeah, as long as y'all don't fuck up and try to,
Yeah.
we appreciate you. That's where we learned how much we should and shouldn't drink and how much we can and cannot smoke,
Ugh. Or both at the same
at
time.
the same damn time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't do it.
Now, we do have roses. And we do have a eat a dick. So
Yeah, and they kind of coincide
And
with
they
each other,
coincide.
so we can get into that. Let's give a rose first.
yeah.
So pretty.
It is. You can hear the chuckle at the end. But we giving out roses to all teachers, staff, support staff,
And
you know,
students.
and students who are going back to school, and y'all doing what's necessary and right so that everybody can be safe. And
And half the time you're just the messenger, or you're
Yeah.
just doing what you're supposed to be doing, and you're catching a lot of flack for it, and it fucking sucks. And so we wanted to give you a rose this week. 'Cause
have a great, successful
great
school
year.
and you know, let's all try to be, you know, supportive and understanding, because like a lot of the bullshit that teachers be going through is just like, you know, they're speaking. Sometimes a lot of their hands be tied on a lot of shit, and they just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they just trying to put food on the table for their kids. They
It's their
trying to help
job.
your kids,
Yep.
you know. And so, yeah, we're sending out roses to all of you and all that staff, the support staff,
Mhm.
and everybody.
Everybody, the lunch ladies,
lunch ladies, and-
providing those rectangle pizzas.
yeah, which
We
we're
love
going to
you.
get to.
So yes, you get a rose
You
this
get a
week.
rose. We love you. You stay safe. Take care.
Have a good year.
I like Timmy hopped in there.
You should have. Which leads us into our next segment. Eat a dick. Eat a dick. Ooh.
I wanted to add that low harmony.
Yeah. I dug it. I want so many people to eat a dick this week. Like we just mentioned and have mentioned this whole episode, the kids are going back to school. Definitely here in Illinois, and a lot of places across the country are going back to these mask mandates, and people are fucking pissed. And I want you to eat a dick. It's a fucking piece of cloth over your face. Your kids are acting more mature than you are, and you're being just giant fucking babies, and stop it. It's a mask. And I don't know if you noticed, but like your kids barely got sick because of these masks last year.
And we already been through this. Why are we rehashing something that we
Listen, so you were mad that they weren't in school. And I know a lot of people that I went to school with that have kids in school now were like, my kids need the social aspect. And I agree. They do need that social part of school, and going to school is that social interaction with other kids. And I understand that, and I agree with you. So what people did was compromised with you and said, okay, let's put the kids back in school so that they can have that social experience. But this time we're going to put masks on their face so that they protect themselves and each other. Okay. So like people aren't getting as sick as rapidly as they were before. We're compromising with you, and you're still pissed. You cannot have it both ways. You wanted them in school. You threatened to pull them out and homeschool them. Then fucking do it. Then you're taking away that social aspect that you were bitching about in the first place. But I'm just saying, just fucking do it then. Nobody is going to bend over for you and fucking, okay, you're right. Take the masks off. It's just not going to happen. It's not going to fucking happen. So just deal with it. These kids are fine.
Yeah.
I have people that come into my work and are so pissed about the mask, and they're like, I don't want to wear this shit. And I have to be like, sir, you have to wear this for the 10 minutes you are in here.
Yeah.
I have to wear this for 10 hours today.
Yeah.
I'm fine. Nobody loves it.
Yeah.
Am I happy to hide half my face and fucking mouth the words fuck you underneath my mask? Yes, I absolutely am. But holy shit, dude, like chill. You are a grown ass adult. You're a whole adult.
That's like working construction and being like, I'm not wearing a helmet. Fuck that. It looks stupid. I'm not doing it.
I know my rights.
I know my rights, man.
I
And
have
it's
a
like,
right to be unsafe.
Yeah. And it's like, well, all right. Well, if you're saying you're not going to wear the helmet, then if you get hit with a block of concrete, that's on you.
Yeah, sorry.
Like, and it's just like, I don't know. I'm
just really over it. I'm just
over it and
super
tapped
over
out
it.
because it's so incredibly childish that I can't. It's not even childish. That's a diss to children. They have more humanity than that.
And I've mentioned
it's
it
just
on the
stupid.
episode before
Stupidity.
where you set the tone for your children. If you present the mask thing to your children in a way where you're pissed off about it, then your kids are gonna mirror what you're doing and be like, "Well, Dad's pissed off about it, so I'm gonna be." Yeah, I know these little badass kids who think exactly like their parents, who spout the same shit their parents fucking. They just overhear it and say it. There's kids like that. But if you come to your kids and you're like, "Hey, to be safe, we're gonna wear masks to school," my niece and nephew are like, "Okay, no big deal, that's fine." They'll go into places. My sister-in-law was telling me they'll go into places where they're the only people wearing masks and everybody's staring at them. And she's like, "I don't give a shit. I'm going to keep my fucking family safe. My kids aren't old enough to get a vaccination. I'm going to keep them fucking safe." So, I mean, I'm so sick of it. Just fucking deal with it. You want shit to go back to normal. Sorry, this is the way normal is going to be for a little bit. So eat a dick.
Eat a dick.
Eat a dick.
Ooh.
So no. So we back on to our back to school thing. Now, this week we were on socials and we posted a picture of a lunch lady. Shout out to all the lunch personnel. They be doing their thing. They really do. Like, black lunch ladies really be adding some extra to the food. I'm like, you are not going by the guidelines. But this shit tastes really good.
It's
So
fucking
we
fire.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think you're supposed to use that much salt or butter or
I know that lunches were a little bit standard across the board, but they definitely changed from grade school to high school.
But we posted the picture of the lunch lady holding a tray of the rectangle
pizza.
pizzas.
Stankley didn't have the rectangle pizzas.
You didn't have the rectangle? Oh my God.
Stankley tried to tell me that
Texas
they
fucked
served them like prison food.
It was Texas, so they probably did. They was eating the food that was in Shawshank Redemption where it had worms and shit.
Like a lot of our food was kind of like that add water or just
It's like military food too. Yeah.
It's that type of food. It's just
Okay, the rectangle pizzas were easy. This is why we had Pizza Day, because Pizza Day was easy. They made those pizzas. Some of them did. I know mine did. But all you do is roll out a can of biscuits, and then the rest of the ingredients for a pizza aren't expensive.
They're not, and they definitely didn't use the best ingredients, but that shit used to be busting.
Why
I
it
don't know
was so
why it
good.
was so fucking good, fam.
Ooh,
And
T worked in the West Aurora in the cafeteria. Ooh, she was a lunch lady. Did you make the rectangle pizzas or what? Because I need to know. I'm pretty sure that's how they made it. But like, think about it. It's super cheap.
Yeah.
But they didn't have to give us those huge ass pizzas. They could have cut those bitches in half.
But them bitches was fire, dude.
I know,
like,
Pizza
oh
Day.
my God.
That
like,
pizza fit in that whole section
Yeah.
of your lunch tray.
And I don't even want them fucking carrots. Like,
No.
I
I loved that they were like, and a vegetable.
And them
Like-
and you could smell them carrots throughout the
Oh,
school
the whole
all
school, yep.
fucking day. Like, you like, damn, they made them carrots today.
You know what I remember from junior high that was super good was they would give you the little burrito and then the stick of cheese.
So
And you
put
would
it.
take a bite out of the end of the burrito and then put the cheese in it.
I remember that. It was.
That shit was good.
Yeah, on the lunch menu they would call it a chimichanga, but it was not. It was not. But yeah, they would give you like a stick of cheese to fucking bust in that shit. There was 2 days that if you got them confused, it would ruin my whole day. So they had chicken nuggets and they also had steak nuggets. And the steak nuggets were fucking disgusting.
First off, I don't want steak and nugget put together. Like, that
Ugh.
doesn't even.
oh, that sounds amazing.
Oh, it was gross. It was. I mean, it was lunch, school lunch
It's
food. It
little-
wasn't.
little steak fingers.
Oh, it was
With some
disgusting.
gravy on it.
And I mean, the steak nuggets look just like they use the same breading, so it looked
Oh.
exactly the same. So if you got it wrong, ooh no, ooh,
Now,
no.
if they put like if they have tacos that week, I know we having sloppy joes.
Oh,
that same
you're
week.
right. You're right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like if they do tacos one day, I'm like, we having sloppy joes this week.
Mhm.
Like we definitely having
Smart.
sloppy joes this
Hold
week.
up. T says she worked at the Bacon Burger Bar and the Nacho Bar.
Oh hell yeah, West Aurora had some good ass
Wait,
food.
what?
We had a West
What?
Aurora had a Domino's and
Okay, Tim, you missed out. Like Tim and I went to the same school, but Tim graduated high school and I graduated 8th grade. That was the same year. So we didn't see each other in high school. Like but right after Tim got out of high school, they changed our cafeteria cuz the school was growing like crazy. So the cafeteria used to be just like some little fucking area, but they moved it into like this big ass thing. Ooh. And once they did that, the cafeteria lines became very different. We had like a line for like pizza, fries. We had a dessert line. We never got to bring in like good shit. There was the school lunch line, which was like garbage food. Nobody got it.
yeah. But yeah, like and also my mom used to make my lunch when I was like early, like little kid, obviously.
Yeah.
But I would get pizza on the pizza day or whatever. But yeah, my mom, did you ever take lunch?
Not really. I don't think so. I think maybe in like when I was super little.
Yeah.
And then when we were super little, they started enforcing that we could not share our food with our friends.
Good, because I don't want to share my shit.
Well,
Well, I used to have good lunch.
We all did. Like, for some reason, I always had a snack that someone else liked more than me, and they always had my favorite snack.
What was your shit?
I can't remember. It was probably Cheetos, something like that. Or, like, I wasn't big onto, like, the sweets or whatever, so I didn't really care about those. But I don't, it's probably Cheetos. Cheetos for something sweet, probably.
My shit was fruit snacks.
To this day, I love fruit snacks.
So, like, that was my shit. So I was just like, dude, like, if I could trade for anything, like, those would be the things that I would trade for. But a lot of times, a lot of people, man, like, I remember this one kid, I was like, you got, like, he had to have, like, a single parent or something, and he just made his lunch.
Mm-hmm.
Because it'd be, like, Cheetos, fruit snacks, cupcake. like,
Nope. It was
like,
always
I'm
a
like, dude,
sandwich.
he gotta be making his own lunch, cause ain't no way. Like M&Ms, that was his lunch one day. I was like, that is literally just 4 desserts.
Right. You mean anything good. It was, you know what I think it was? I think for the longest, my mom was trying to do like healthier snacks. So instead of chips, she'd give me like the baked Lays, which I fucking hated. And plus, like baked Lays in the back in the day, they were the ones that had the disclaimer that you might have anal leakage. Yeah, those
the
two.
Lay's, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah. One dude shit his pants after eating those, and they're like, well, we got to put it on the bag now. But yeah, I didn't like them. And there's that one girl, she fucking loved those shits.
Yeah.
So we would just trade chips. And then they enforced that we couldn't share or trade food anymore. So then you had a bunch of like 4th graders doing fucking like food drug deals in the bathroom.
Yeah. Yeah. We had one homie, this is my homie, Brandon. He used to go to, there was this corner store that had like the best, like nickel and dime, 25-cent candy.
Mm-hmm.
And he would buy a whole bunch of it. And then
Come to school and
and
sell it. Smart.
And then the teachers got mad.
Why do you get mad at this kid for his hustle?
Like, it was like, oh, you out here selling candy. I'm like, dude, y'all sell candy during lunch. Like,
What's the problem?
What's the problem?
You
like,
mad because he's competition?
Like, so they would always like discard his candy. like take his shit or whatever.
That's fucked up.
And then my stepbrother, the school called I think this was in 2nd grade, they called home and they were just like, yo, Like, we need to have a conversation because Jameson has been collecting money. And they were like, doing what? They were like, well, he's been charging kids to play with him at recess.
Dude, that's brilliant. The second you charge somebody, they think you're hot shit. You're like, oh, I gotta pay money to play with you. You must be fucking cool as shit. Dude, how much was he charging?
He was charging $0.25.
That's a steal.
Yeah.
I could find that on the playground. Come on.
$33.
Damn, dude. What the fuck?
Yeah.
I told you that's brilliant.
$33 fucking dollars. So
All the kids played with him. The teachers were playing.
like, and so the teacher was like super bad or whatever. It's like, he can't keep all this money. And my stepmom, Renee was like, why not? Like, what's the problem?
What's he got to fucking give a quarterback to all these kids?
And so she was like, well, he can't charge. He can't do that.
The fuck he can't. Show me in the rule book. Show me in the school handbook where it says that he cannot do that. Because I promise you, now it is. Now it's
So, like, Renee came up with, she was like, how about this? She was like, how about,
I keep the money.
no, she was like, how about we throw a class pizza party?
Oh, there you go.
And that's what they did with the money.
Socialism. That's nice. That's nice. That was a learning moment. I still think he should have been able to keep it. I'm just saying, he earned that money. 25 cents per person, and
Yeah.
you made $33. Bro, you hustled that day.
Yeah.
That's a lot of playtime.
No, it was over like a week.
Still. I bet he had repeat customers.
Yeah.
Some kid walking around with a bunch of quarters in his pocket. He's like, can I buy more time?
Hey, man, you got any more of that recess time, man?
I can't get enough.
We'll just play tetherball. Just a couple
you could meet
minutes.
me in the bathroom, dude. Come on.
He's looking for group activity so he can charge multiple kids at once.
Yeah.
It's like if I play volleyball with 7 other dudes.
He was paying motherfuckers and they were playing like tag. I was like, bro, like you.
I would make him pay me and be like, all right, hide and seek, and then just never find them. I'll keep looking. You are just so good at hide and seek.
I am currently playing hide and seek with 27 children.
Right. That'd be fucking perfect. I don't think it was wrong.
I think
I
it's
think it was
genius.
a good business model.
Yeah. Like he was like, I'm that dude. Y'all motherfuckers should pay to hang around me.
Tell your friends.
Yeah. And they did.
Obviously.
Like, so.
I'm going to start doing that.
What if he was just a guy that was everybody's friend and he just needed a quarter every day? Everybody was just nice and give him a
Low-key, I
quarter.
used to do that at lunchtime at the high school. I used to go up to multiple people and be like, I ain't got no lunch money. Could you just, like, give me your change? And then I'd end up with, like, $27. But then I would buy fries for everybody. I'd buy a whole tray of fries and just dump them and be like, all right, eat fries. I wasn't
Look
a
at you.
huge dick. Yeah.
Like a Robin Hood.
I went
you
to
know?
prom like that, though. Like, I paid for prom with donated money, mostly.
The original GoFundMe.
I had a little lunchbox set up. Do you remember those little stickers? This was the original meme before memes were a thing. Those stickers with the rabbits on them. And they used to say dumb shit.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Like, I threw up in my mouth a little. Like,
Yeah.
stupid shit like that. It was one of those lunchboxes that had, like, something funny
Oh,
on the
really?
front. Yeah. And I was just like, prom fund. I was honest about what it was for.
Yeah.
And people would fucking throw their change in there.
Well, that's cool then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bought my fucking, I think it was a $75 prom ticket.
Yeah. To eat some terrible food.
Yeah, to go to Jennifer's Garden in Morris, Illinois. Luxurious Morris, Illinois, located next to the theater and 7 cornfields.
I think KB said a word, but T also redeemed take a shot. I don't know. Get
Luckily,
out your Baja Blast.
Let's mix it differently this
Actually,
time. and then-
I have just regular Baja Blast.
Yeah, let's just try
Okay.
it with the regular.
Should we do? Let me stack it.
Yeah.
So let me do a little bit of Baja
Look
Blast.
at us try to plan this so much.
You
That it was just the order of that one. It had to be because
No, see what had happened was the way she didn't pour it at an angle, which meant that all the fructose corn syrup and
right, exactly. All the fructose.
Those were almost words.
Oh man, jeez.
A little bit of Malort.
In your life, a little bit of Baja. In your Sprite, a little bit.
When I was at the window getting these drinks, somebody ordered a half Baja Blast, half Pepsi.
Ew.
That's fucking gross.
they're like, I'm gonna die tonight.
They call that a meth shandy.
I couldn't tell. Maybe they didn't order it, but the dude in the drive-thru is like, I hate this fucking guy. All right. At least we have a delicious chaser. It's got ice cubes in it. I apologize.
Yeah, this is gonna fuck up my teeth. All right. I feel like an old person. Like
I know.
Like we need a Sensodyne
Uh,
fucking sponsor or
We
some shit.
Godspeed.
nope.
No.
Yeah, it wasn't any better. Yeah, you could just sip on it if you want. It was a little. That was my problem. Is because I had ice in my mouth. But it's a little bit better stacked. A little bit. Notice that I wrote it down in our book of shit to mix with and put 2 X's next to it. Like, don't ever do this again.
Yeah. Sorry, Baja Blast.
Yeah, you ain't the one.
You ain't the one.
What I was gonna do is go to there's a gas station nearby that has like a whole section of slushies, and like I was gonna go pick one, but I was like, no, we'll do the Baja Blast one. Why not? Don't recommend it.
But no, like, so the whole lunch shit has been amazing, and it was great to go down that memory lane.
Mm-hmm.
What was? Did you guys do the whole like school shopping?
Oh God,
Shit.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys do that? Like, what was the fit or like item that you were like, ooh, like the year that you got it, you were like, ooh, I'm stunned. The drip is real. I got them.
I know it was the year that I got those overalls. It was over.
It was over.
Oh, it was over for these hoes, like these 5th grade hoes. Like, I walked up into school with the most confidence I'd ever had. I think it only took like one person to make a smart ass comment about something stupid. I'm like, okay. But I wore those bitches all fucking year.
Oh hell yeah, hell yeah! I liked when like the first day of school, everybody would come in with their new gear, their new shit, and everything like that.
That new car smell.
That new car smell. Like,
Yep.
I love seeing like the guys' kids with like their fresh black.
That was also
Like,
that
you
was
know what I'm saying?
also my
Like-
favorite year. Is the year that my mom let me do my shopping like where I wanted to.
Yeah.
When I got to do my shopping at Torrid,
Yeah.
my mom was like, it's just, she tried so hard to not let me be a goth kid. She tried for a couple years, and that year she just finally gave up and was like, she's gonna do it. I just so that's what. Yeah, the year that she let me get all my, I got this nice dress. It was like a black dress with like a plaid underskirt, and like, yeah, I was that was a good year too. Freshman year.
Yeah. Yeah. Like me and my mom had 2 different ways. Like I don't know. I like, and so like we would fight every time we went school shopping.
Me and my mom too.
Every fucking time. Like I hated school because I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna have to deal with arguing with my mom about, well, why are you wearing this? And why are you getting this? And why don't you choose it? And it's like, what the fuck? Like, I'm wearing it.
Yeah.
Like,
You don't have to worry about it.
And then like there'd be times where she'd pull out the, well, if you want that, then you can buy that yourself. Oh, okay. Like, okay.
Now that you mention that, yeah, school shopping with my mom was something I dreaded every year. And then she stopped doing all the kids at once. So like she would take Craig and Tim for theirs, and then she would take me another day. Looking back, I'm sure it was like she was waiting for that paycheck to hit.
Yeah.
Because buying school like clothes for 4 kids had to have fucking sucked ass.
Yeah. But yeah, having all of like doing all of that type of shit, like I said, I love the first day of school of like seeing people coming in, stunting, they got their stuff on. Cause by the like give it until like
just a month or two in. It doesn't take long. We go back to not giving a fuck.
Yeah.
You had did you go to school with kids who just like exclusively wore their pajamas to school? What a life. What a life to just not give any fucks.
Yeah, like there was motherfuckers
What?
when I
was gonna say every day is pajama day.
Yeah, I'm like, holy fuck.
Like there was
I get it every
motherfuckers
once in a
that
while.
I was like, cause I dressed I guess preppy or whatever. Like I just whatever. And I would see motherfuckers, I'm like, dear God, like you literally rolled out of bed. Like you literally gave like no fucks given. Like not even on the first day of school. Like not even on the first day of school. No effort.
We had more chicks do it than dudes, surprisingly. A lot of dudes at the school like cared about what they looked like because they were trying to look good for the girls.
Yeah.
And a lot of the girls, like we had girls, same pajama pants they woke up in, but they still fucking looked cute in them somehow. Fucking messy bun and like a hoodie just every fucking day. Now, some of those girls were hiding baby bumps, and now I know that. But
wait, how old is your kid again?
Yeah, we definitely have a girl I went to school with. She got pregnant freshman year. And she hid that shit up until like she gave birth. And I don't know how. She was tiny. But she just wore like super extra. She hid that shit from her mom and dad.
Wow.
Up until like her 8th month when she just could not hide it anymore. Yeah. So now her kid is like close to graduating. He might have already. She deleted me off Facebook a while. During the pandemic for some reason. It was weird.
I wonder what that's about.
It was weird.
Yeah. She's probably over on Parlor now. But yeah, that's fam, talking about like high school pregnancies. I remember when I had moved away from, I had grew up on the west side, moved away from the west side, went to Wabanzi, and then came back to the west side in high school. And when I came back to the west side in high school, like everybody that I had known, when I had bumped into the new them, it was like, oh shit, like yeah, I guess that was like a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? But like, damn, like motherfuckers, like I remember I bumped into like one of my homegirls. She's like, oh yeah, we all in the class together, and they was like, we got to do this health class, and I realized like, oh shit, they're all pregnant.
Oh damn.
Yeah, like it was like there was like a, like a teen mom group or some shit class or whatever. And then, but then like it was weird coming back because then I had some homies that like they had became gangbangers. I had one homie that became a drug dealer.
Damn.
Or, like one homie.
See what happens when you move away, KB? Shit falls apart.
Like I had one homie that became super Republican. Like it was interesting to leave and then come back and see people like change and and evolve. And
that happened a lot. I lost a lot of friends from junior high to high school. We went from like junior high was just one town, and then the high school was like 3 different towns in one school. So we were coming up with the kids we knew and then 2 other schools of kids. So like a lot of the people that I grew up friends with in grade school went off and did their own shit with these other kids in high school.
Yeah.
And our friendships just dropped.
Yeah.
Now, granted, I made friends in high school that I didn't know before, but like I still had my core group of people that I did not abandon. You know, I was just like, that's fucked up. Nobody prepared me for that as a kid.
You know what? And now that you say that, I had this one dude that I saw this altercation happen because of that whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
In junior high, he was like one of the, for the lack of a better term, like one of the alternative kids, like all the kids that was into like Nirvana and like all that type of shit. And goth, like they all kind of meshed together. And this one kid, Nolan, was like with that whole crew, like just, and then his locker was right by my locker. And it was the first day of school in high school. And I look over and I'm like, Nolan? He was prepped out. Like, prepped
That is so fucking weird to see.
out. And I was like, Nolan? And he's like, oh, yeah, what's up? And then his whole crew comes up walking like a little swarm. Because he was like the leader of that little...
Damn.
Yeah. Because he was like really cute, but he was athletic.
They were like, we could change you.
But he was still a part of that crew.
Okay.
And so, but then, like, when they saw him, they was like, what? Like, are you serious?
Yeah.
Right now?
What happened?
What happened? Like, what's... He's like, oh, no, you know. And then, like, his homies that he played sports with, because he was in baseball and all that type of shit, was like, hey, Nolan, da-da-da. They all prepped out. It was like watching literally a Disney fucking movie in front of my locker.
I bet their parents were so happy. We had one girl go from like our little, because you're right, the goth kids, the punk kid, they all kind of meshed together.
Yeah.
We had our own little hallway. We meshed a lot with the stoners too, because we were all the same.
Yeah.
Right. And I remember one of the girls went like just completely changed from like this little goth chick to like super preppy chick. Completely abandoned us, but we were like, I'm like, what happened? Actually, what happened? She's like, my mom won't let me be goth anymore.
My mom
like,
won't let me be goth anymore.
Mom said I can't be goth until I finish my chores.
I'm like, this is so not goth. Like, this is,
I
oh
never
my
was allowed
God.
to be goth.
You weren't allowed?
No, I probably would have fit in more with that because as of today, I still wear a lot of black. Like, it's just what I wear.
And that's what it's all about.
And that's what I used to wear. But like but it was always like band T-shirts and like
Right.
black and-
You would have fit in with those kids.
Yeah, like that's what I wanted to wear.
But you were what, a band nerd?
No, my dad wouldn't allow me to wear it.
I know, but what were you?
I guess at that point I wasn't really anything at that point because it was band, but band wasn't the same in middle school.
Okay.
Okay. Because, like, you could do what I saw a lot of people do is wear the appropriate shit to school and then change at school.
Right.
But I wasn't allowed to have the clothes.
At all.
That's the thing, is I wasn't even allowed to buy the clothes.
He had a
anything
cop
like that.
dad. He
Yeah.
wasn't trying to do nothing crazy. He was good.
Oh, okay.
But he also had the reputation of being like a big drug guy.
Yeah.
Like, get your drugs from Sterling. This man's never fucking done drugs in
Yeah,
his
I've never done
35
drugs.
years.
And
Still has never
it
smoked
happened
weed.
in freshman year, and it happened again in junior year.
He survived a marriage with me with never smoking weed in his life.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
But, yeah, like, dude, like, that shit is always very, very interesting, that dynamic. It was literally watching a Disney movie right in front of my face. Like, his name is Nolan.
Nolan.
And he plays baseball. You guys
I
lost.
mean,
You guys lost him.
Yeah.
You guys lost him.
He ain't coming
he's
back.
not coming back, you guys. I know.
the switch is crazy. I mean, there's not like a lot of kids that dressed the way, we did in high school that still look the same. I do know some like super adult goths like that I'm like, wow, you're really committed to this. Super committed to this
Still.
bit, huh? Yeah.
Still working at Hot Topic and shit. They a regional manager.
Hot Topic's not even goth anymore. Like, Hot Topic's moved on.
It has. That's the sad part.
I was very upset when it happened. They've come back a little bit. I want to, real quick, when we were talking about like how we dressed and shit in high school, I remember in high school, like you said, you dressed preppy.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like a lot of the goth kids at my school also might have, if the places that we shopped at had any of our sizes. I remember like going because I was still friends with some of my preppy friends, you know, and they'd be like, "We're going to the mall," and I could never go into American Eagle because they're like, "Oh, we don't carry fat girl sizes." Like, you had to go to specific fucking stores to get your clothes.
Oh, true.
So yeah, there was like you were kind of stuck into like what you could wear. It was either like you went to Torrid, you went to Lane Bryant, which is like old lady shit, or you went to Walmart, which is like nobody fucking in high school, especially nobody's trying to dress in Walmart clothes. Kids would fucking rip you apart.
Oh my God. Or like what was cool is like, you know, my stepdad would be like, let's go to the city and do some shopping. And he would like take me to like, you know, like some different hood spots. So like you would get different colors of shit, different variations or whatever.
Smart.
And it'd be cheap because it's knockoff. But these motherfuckers didn't know.
They didn't know. They didn't need to know.
They didn't need to know.
That's cool. My mom wouldn't take me shopping out here, but she'd only take me to like, let's go to Orland Mall. Like, okay. But I mean, yeah. We were kind of stuck in. I remember like one of my friends, she was bigger like me, but she did not want to wear the clothes that I had to wear, you know?
Yeah.
So she would still shop at like the preppy kids, like, you know, American Eagle and shit. But like they didn't fit her.
Obviously.
But she'd still try. And I'm like, oh no. And she, I'm not going to lie to you, fucked up the whole shape of her body because of that. Like, think about that. If you wear jeans wrong your whole fucking life, it's going to start shaping your midsection.
True.
So she ended up with like a forever muffin top because of what she just did to her body by trying to squeeze
body contouring.
I'm
dude.
saying
like,
she did not do it in the right way at all, and it just like totally fucked up. So like anything she wears, her butt crack's gonna hang out, and her muffin, she's gonna have a muffin top. Even as little she lost weight, like even as little as she got, she shaped her body that way permanently.
Because she was doing the whole muffin top you did.
Yeah, 'cause she had to fit into those cool pants.
Yeah. Fuck that. Dude, all that shit, Hollister, American Eagle, Abercrombie and Fitch, all of them clothes were so trash though. I was like, dude, like my whole thing was I did not shop there at those places just simply because I saw the people that wore it and I was like, fam, like they would wear them jeans once and it's already unraveling, fading.
Right.
The shirts are already
You're just paying for the name. That's all you're doing.
This is trash ass shit. Like, why are y'all like buying into this bullshit? I thought it was trash shit even back then.
Where did mom take you guys shopping?
I remember the one year that I was all excited. She took us to, I think she took us to Crow's Nest.
What?
Yeah.
Like to buy band tees?
Yeah, that was only 1 year though. I think that was like my freshman.
That's kind of fucking cool though.
Yeah.
That's good looking out, mom. She used to take me to Hot Topic for like t-shirts and shit, which I appreciated.
Yeah.
But she was, I feel so bad like looking back.
Was it Hot Topic owned by?
Torrid was owned by Hot Topic as far as I know. I don't know if they still are.
Hot Topic is actually owned by the same people that own
Abercrombie?
Abercrombie.
You might be right.
Or Hollister.
Hot Topic wasn't big on plus size clothing back then either.
Unless it was those pants.
Well, you could fit like 4 people in those pants.
Unless it
with
was
chains and then you'd go to school in those pants and get in trouble because they had like chains on them. It's fucking weird. It was a weird time.
Yeah. Jinko.
Those big old pockets.
That was the year that I was excited about what I was wearing to school.
What'd you wear?
When I got my Jinkos.
Oh. To just wear a regular. If you were wearing a band tee in high school, what band was it?
Slipknot.
Same. Also had a Mudvayne collection. Perfect Circle, Tool.
Yeah.
Also I used to steal my brother's clothes a lot. So I'd steal their band tees for sure. Iron Maiden, that was one too. Tim, who were your band tees?
I had a lot of Tool. I remember I was telling Adele I had a Marilyn Manson shirt my freshman year that always pissed people off.
Oh yeah, for sure. We did a lot of.
My mom
Cradle
was
of
like, "Who
Filth.
is Nin?"
We had that too. What is Nin? Who is Nin?
I was like, Nine
9 Inch Nails.
It's a Christian band.
Nin.
Okay.
9 Inch Nails.
They get you closer to God.
You'd really like it, but don't listen to it.
Yeah. No, that was one of the things I was gonna ask. Was like, what were you listening to? I think like I finally got into music when I was like probably like picking out what I wanted, like probably like 6th grade. And I remember the first cassette that I was like, I gotta have this cassette. Like I gotta get this. That's how old I am. This was a cassette. And I got really sick on the day of our like little 6th grade celebration or whatever, so I wasn't able. So my mom was like, "I know you sick or whatever." So she got the cassette that I was.
Oh, what was it?
It was Brandy's first album,
Nice.
and
I-
that shit, I can still listen to.
I was
that,
gonna say, is it one of those things where like one song ends and you start the next song because you know it's coming?
yeah.
Yeah, I miss that shit. I had a lot of my music taste was off of like what my brothers were blasting in the house. I grew up on classic rock because of my dad, and then like 2 out of 3 of my brothers really liked Typo Negative, which I still carry on to this day.
Yeah.
I got really into like the goth music scene and black metal, and I was doing like every Ozfest back then and all that stuff. That's the kind of shit I was into.
Yeah, my brother got me into like the rap stuff.
Yeah.
Like he was like, and he was big into like the Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, all that type of shit. So like that was the other side of it. But and then I had friends. I had friends from. I was friends with anybody and everybody who was cool, like just nice people. So like I would pick up different bands. I remember there was a whole little skater crew. All they listened to was 311. I was like, I can't do this. I can't.
Not all
do
the
it.
time, man.
I can't do it all the time. That I remember when ska and the 311 type bands and all that bullshit was really popping, and I was like, I can't do it. But then, like I fucked with the little alternative kids or whatever. Like I listened to everything. Like
I
that's when I
listened to-
realized I
yeah.
could listen to any and everything. Like it didn't have to be one thing or
Right.
whatever.
Right.
you know?
God, that was so weird. Like back then, you had to be like married to one music group and you couldn't listen to anything. It was just such a weird standard that people carried back then, especially if you were like any sort of alternative.
Yeah, it was. My brother was older than me, and so like there was certain shit that like he would hit me to. Like he was. I'm not a big fan of him, but he was the one that was like, "Oh, you should check out Green Day." Like, you know what I'm saying? He's like, dude, those dudes are really cool. Like, you should check out Green Day. He was also like, who else? There's another band that he was like, they're super. He really liked them, and I can't remember who it was, but he was like, you should check them out, and it was like some electronic shit or whatever. So
It's cool how like siblings kind of can shape your music taste.
and so like, since we're talking about music and all that, and kind of wrapping up and everything, did you guys have like the shows that you would watch after school, like
Yeah.
something that?
There's a couple that I was way too old to be watching. And I don't want to admit to it, but there was a show, I think I had to have been on like PBS called Zoom, I think.
Yeah.
And I fucking loved that show, even like well into high school, after school. I was just in the habit of watching it after school, and I just continued to watch it. Also, I loved catching the end of TRL after school.
Yeah.
And seeing, because they would premiere a new music video on whatever day.
Yeah.
Loved that shit back when I liked MTV.
Back when they played music videos.
Yeah, I don't know. It just depended on when it was. But yeah, when I was young, it was like I'd come home and watch Arthur on I was just a PBS kid.
Yeah.
And then Zoom was a thing. I also watched Charmed reruns Oh, Gilmore Girls was a big one I'd watch after school too, for whatever reason.
Do you all remember? It was on, and it was the weirdest. They were trying to do a teen soap opera, and it came on like you would get home and it would probably be 15 minutes into the show. It was called Passions.
No.
There was
No.
yeah.
A teen show called Passions?
Yeah, it was a teen, no bullshit. They were trying to aim like soap operas toward a soap opera towards teens, right?
Oh.
Because at the time, if you got out of school at the time that I got out, you would just catch fucking like Jerry Springer, like one of those shitty talk shows.
Right.
And so they was like, oh, if they want some shittiness to watch.
Yeah, here you go. Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like that was the name of a regular soap opera. That's gross.
Like, no, in the plot lines
That can't
were
be
terrible.
it. That lasted way too long to be it. That's got to be the regular Passions soap opera. Was it called like
No, that's it. That's it.
that
Go-
ran for almost 10 years?
Yeah, it started. When did it start?
1999.
Yeah, so that was when I was in high school. Yeah, Passions, when the first couple of seasons of Passions, if you watch the shit, it is literally geared towards teenagers coming in and watching a soap opera. No bullshit, because I had homies who would dip home
To go watch
to
it?
go watch it. Like, no lie. Like, Passion, like, motherfuckers was on Passions, like, no lie. And they had the weirdest fucking plot lines.
Blaha was asking what network it was. I was on NBC, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me see if I can bring this screenshot in.
Is that the one? Because I remember there was a soap opera where Xenon, she was on that soap opera. I don't know which one it was. Do you know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about? Xenon, a girl of the...
Yeah, I
That
don't
was
know.
my shit, too. Anytime that movie came on, I watched it. Xenon and Brink. Brink was my shit.
But yeah, this shit, like, fam, it is one of the worst. Like soap operas are already bad.
Right.
This one, oh my god! If you get an opportunity, they probably ain't even put this bitch on Peacock. They like, no, y'all don't need to see this atrocity. Like they had
10 years.
it was on for. I can't believe it was on that long. Like the plot lines got ridiculous fast.
Oh, they all do. They're
No,
all
Do you,
like
think, do you think I can play the trailer?
Probably. Let's see why not.
Did you miss me?
Oh, God.
No.
Yeah.
It's very loud and an ad.
And an ad. Passion.
Also, to answer your question, Amy, she was on General Hospital and Days of Our Lives.
Oh, thank you.
It's the premiere of Passions.
Passions.
Hot new daytime drama that
What?
everyone's talking about. From the Emmy Award-winning chief
look how young the cast is.
hottest shows.
Young looking the cast is.
Daytime television. And you can be there. From the beginning. The premiere of Passions. It all starts Monday.
I am
Yeah.
wildly uncomfortable.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dr. Kim says the
Okay. That's
Enough of that. But like, yeah, it was aimed, and at the time, it was the last slot, like right before they got into like the evening news and into their prime time or whatever. So it was like it came on like right at the perfect timing to catch high schoolers and middle schoolers getting out of school and catching the show. Like they like
Gross.
it, and it got stupid fast. It got so stupid fast. Like, yeah, if you passions.
Passions.
And they was all fucking, and then they had like
Oh,
had
I-
a little person dressed up as the devil. Like there was a lot of weird stuff.
Jesus
that,
Christ. What the fuck?
It got weird.
No, didn't watch any of that.
No,
I was not into that.
I just
No.
Justin Hartley got his start on that show.
Justin Hartley?
From This Is Us.
Oh.
Also played Green Arrow in Smallville.
So wait, is that the dude in... Never mind.
Passions, yeah.
Passions.
NBC.
Yes, the
dude
guy
from
in
Passions?
Yes, this is the guy from
Passions. Now I remember. I remember now. Passions. No. Gilmore Girls. That's what I watched.
I'm going to give you a show that I watched. Me and my friend Nakia would come home after school and watch, because for the jingle section or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Darkwing Duck.
Ooh, good one.
Darkwing Duck was. I don't even remember how the little theme song go, but that was Darkwing Duck was the shit, dude. Like I fucking love that.
How does that go?
I feel like there was a Darkwing Duck.
Yes.
Yeah.
There
That's
was,
all I
yeah,
remember,
That's all I
though.
remember.
Yeah, that's all I got. Let's
And we
get
can't play it.
something.
Damn it.
Just
If you stall for long enough, I might know somebody that I could call that could sing it.
Who can
Yeah.
sing it?
Who could
sing.
who?
Justin.
Does he know it?
That's
he
what
ain't
I'm
gonna
double checking.
he ain't gonna answer.
right.
He ain't gonna answer.
I can look up. I found the theme already.
All right.
If you want.
Yeah, same.
I'm just saying if you want to do it and not get taken down on YouTube.
Or just gonna talk over it.
Yeah, we could just.
I still.
Yeah.
See,
With it.
even this isn't. It's not triggering anything.
Yeah.
It's
Darkwing Duck.
yeah. That's all I got.
Darkwing Duck.
Oh, but watching the intro, I'm like, I remember all of this.
Yeah, this.
Why do I not
That was-
care about?
But
Or-
like that's the theme song is kind of hard. Like it's
It's so hard we didn't remember it.
Well, it's not like a super catchy like teenage
No.
me. You know what I
Right.
mean? It's like,
it got a new jack swing to it. You know what I'm saying? Like Teddy Riley produced it or some shit. Like for real, like it's a very R&B esque, like
Yeah.
an up tempo R&B esque type of song. Like that's the reason why we don't remember it. We just remember Darkwing Duck. Like that's it. When you're in trouble, he's there in the double. Like
You know
that
what?
that was one of the shows.
You
that,
know,
like,
is a good. I don't know if it is a weekend show or an after school show, but what the fuck is it called? This right here.
is that Salute Your Shorts?
You know it is.
yeah.
Bum, 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 bum. We run, we jump, we swim and play. We row and go on trips. Bum, bum, bum. See, this is like a memorable theme song.
Our
Dear
friendships.
Bum, bum, bum.
Camp Anawana, we hold you in our hearts. And when we think about you,
it
makes me wanna fart.
Now, is this the first one or the second one?
Right, or
'Cause they
pay
had
the price.
Two theme songs when they had a cast
Live
switch.
a lifetime
Oh.
of the fondest memories.
Salute Your Shorts on Nickelodeon. I was gonna say I don't think you'd be allowed to watch that. You in our hearts, and when we think about you, this thing just came apart.
Think I don't wanna speak, I don't wanna live, I don't wanna love.
So yeah, they had like the rich preppy kid come in
Yeah.
like halfway through, so
Brian.
they changed the
The theme song.
the opening.
Oh man.
It's just it has the one dude instead of. So you're thinking like the younger kid, and then as opposed to like the theme where it's like he's got the baseball glove and he holds it out and they throw it over his head.
Yeah. The rich kid.
That's the
Yeah.
new rich kid that everybody hates / loves.
I remember. Also, Hey Dude. That was my show.
Hey, dude.
Hey.
I remember more Salute Your Shorts than I do.
Yeah. Nobody liked Hey Dude like they liked Salute Your Short.
But The Adventures of Pete and Pete were probably my favorite.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a really good theme
And
song.
their theme
too.
song was by, I think the band's called
Di-
Polaris. And it's their song, fuck.
Pete and Pete.
Yeah, the two
Where is our
redheads.
Pete and Pete reboot?
We don't need that.
What if it
They
was
have a
with
podcast
Pete?
together.
Do they really?
The two Pete's have a podcast together. And I remember I listened to it because young Pete was a voice on GTA 5.
Mm-hmm.
And old Pete, like every episode gave him shit that they're good friends and work together, and he was a voice and could probably get him a copy of the game for free.
Nice.
but never has.
Mm-hmm. But yeah.
Yeah.
What's this band and song called? You definitely are good. This
Yeah,
is
I
like
know
an
what
actual
Yeah.
band. This is like
It
just the theme song.
it doesn't say.
But yeah, Pete and Pete had a good show. That was an interesting show at that time. That was a
Yeah, it was a very like yeah, they took a lot of big swings with a lot of that stuff.
yeah.
But the guy that played Artie, the strongest man in the world, that's Toby Huss, and he actually worked on like King of the Hill and a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
A voice actor.
Oh, that was a great.
That was nostalgic.
Yeah.
That was a good back to school.
Back to school episode. Shout out to Doug. That was another show that.
I like the end when he goes. It's like, and also like the band, the Beats,
Yeah.
and like every
Killer tofu.
Yeah, they had some bangers.
they really did. We actually listened to them not that long ago. We were on stream and I had them playing in the background. Speaking of Tim, are you streaming tonight?
Yes, Adele and I will be building a zoo.
Ooh, Timmy and Adele will buy a zoo.
Yep.
Awesome.
I made a flag.
That's what you got going. Anything else coming up?
Yeah, I mean, like if you can do the in-person things, see you next Tuesday, comedy open mic every Tuesday at Mojo's in downtown Plainfield, weather permitting. I'll be at the Comedy Shrine August 31st. I'll be at the Law Office September 17th, and I'll be back at Two Brothers Roundhouse October 7th.
Nice.
And if you can't do the in-person thing, please check out Searching, the web series on YouTube by the very funny Tony Lazowski.
Love it. I've got, I will not be at See You Next Tuesday this week. I will be at the Comedy Shrine for the 8 at 8. And then Friday, I'm doing that show at Ashbury. Is it called
Nice.
Hot Cup? I think it's called Hot Cup.
Hot cup. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm headlining that. So
Yeah.
very excited to do that. That's going to be a fucking killer show. I'm pretty sure Two Skinny's on it. So it's going to be great. So yeah, I got that
Yeah,
coming
he's
up
so
this
funny.
week.
It's gonna be a good time.
Keep an eye out. I'm going to be making an event after this podcast for the first live episode of the Happy
yeah.
Corner in years at this point.
Yeah, I'm so excited
Yeah.
about this. This is gonna be so dope, y'all.
So we're doing a live episode in September. I
Tell
know
your
that's
friends
like
and family.
right around the corner. We're going to be doing it at the Drunken Donut in Joliet. It's also, if you need to Google that, it's the Joliet Bakery. Yeah, we're going to be doing that. So please come out to that because we're going to do comedy before we start recording. We're going to have a band in there with us. It's going to be a good time. Also, on top of that, we are going to be doing a 3-way podcast with two really cool podcasts in this area. 3 Feet Deep with Rachel and Andy, and That Checks Out with Ted and Damon. It's called That Deep Corner. We're going to do it. That's September 18th, I believe.
Yeah.
Gonna be a fucking fun time.
September 12th for the live show, right?
September 12th, which is
for
a
the live
Sunday.
show.
Yep. At the Drunken Donut. It's going to be early evening that Sunday. It's going to be like, in the 3 or 4 o'clock range.
Yeah.
So keep an eye out for that. We're going to be making an event for that. We'll post it onto the Happy Corner Facebook page. Definitely check that out. The Drunken Donut is not a huge space, so I would RSVP to that. Try to go to that.
Yes. Please RSVP. I got SNF at Two Brothers Roundhouse every Thursday.
Woo.
So if you're in the area, come check out. We got some great lineups coming up. And then on Friday, I am doing Don't Tell Comedy on John Torres' thing.
Nice.
So that'll be a lot of fun. So
Nice.
yeah. And then
Stankley, do you want to plug your podcast?
Yeah, every Wednesday, Cinema Slayers podcast, and we're all over where podcasts are listened to and TikTok.
Yeah, Stankley's doing TikToks now. He's doing quick movie reviews.
How's that going?
I've done 21 straight days,
Nice.
and I'm
Yeah.
doing it for 5 months straight.
Jesus. He gets about a follower a day, he said. So that's not bad.
That's better than I do.
Yeah,
I'm
same.
slowly building.
Yeah, same.
Started getting comments, so that helps.
Oh, that does help. Super help. Go check out his TikTok. What is it?
Cinema Slayers Pod
Nice.
on TikTok.
Well, it's been a fun day, you guys.
It has been. This has been a good time. Everybody go enjoy some rectangle pizza.
Ooh, yeah.
You know, iron your overalls.
That's right.
Smoke a J and enjoy
You know
the
what?
rest of the day.
Look nice for your first day of school.
Yeah.
And then say fuck it.
And then
But
say
just
fuck it.
give it your all on the
And
first
then
day.
pajama day every day.
And then
Pajama day every day.
And that has been the Happy Corner motherfucking podcast. Thanks for chilling with us. We out this bitch.
Bye.
Bye.
It's time to laugh, 'cause boredom is just torture. But KB and Amy have this world that to order.
We do.
Pull up a chair, it's the Happy Corner.